Hey everyone, welcome back to Unicycle Lore. I know it's been a minute since I recorded one of these. Had a busy couple weeks here, so I'm getting back to it. I got so much stuff to go over. I think this episode's going to be really long. We got some competition results we need to talk about. I've got some Instagram stuff. I want to show you guys a couple fun clips, couple little things I think the community should get in on. We've got some unicycle setups to take a look at, and I want to finish by talking about a video that dropped last week that I have not watched yet. It has required a lot of self-control for me to not watch these, but before we get into it, I just want to tell you guys a little bit about what's going on with me. I've been really excited because a couple weeks ago at my school, if you don't know, I'm a school teacher. I teach in an elementary school, so I teach second grade. But in my elementary school, I had an opportunity to run a unicycle club for the first time ever. Over the summer, I bought a bunch of unicycles secondhand from Facebook Marketplace, and they're like 18-inch wheels, some juggle bugs. And we had a thing at our school where we did a little celebration on a Friday, and basically every teacher got to run a club, and I did unicycle club, and it filled up quick. So I had 10 kids, and they came, and we just practiced for an hour. None of them had ever ridden a unicycle before, but they were so fired up, guys. I know 10 kids who are going to be getting Yuns for Christmas, so our community has grown, and I'm excited about it. I might have to do something. I might have to start like an after school club or something, because they were just like I need another hour with them. Some of them would have been riding around the school, I think, if I had 2 hours. But it was really, really fun. I loved it, and I'm super excited to do it again sometime. So that was one of the things that I was spending a lot of time planning for it. So it occupied quite a bit of my time. I had to make a couple setups. I had to change some tubes and everything, and then this week was I had a super busy week at work. I had to stay late a couple days. It was conferences, so I'm back at it now. And in the meantime, I've been taking some notes. I've been talking to some people on Facebook just to keep track of what I wanted to talk about. So I'm hoping this is a pretty good show, a pretty solid unicycle chat. So grab a drink, or if you're, I don't know, whatever you get a snack or something and settle in, because we got tons of news to go over. First of all, last week we talked about BUC a little bit. I mostly focused on Steffi. Immediately after, Steffi went to CFM. Okay, that's the French Championship. He won Flatland at BUC, first place. Picked off Cornell in the final battle. Immediately, within days, he traveled to CFM, and he won the French Championship as well. This kid is unstoppable, guys. I know I'm focusing mainly on the flat, but if you want to pause and read some of the other competition results, they're all on here on the screen. Steffi shared them all with me. I got a question. Who sponsors this kid? Who is Stefan Ronk's sponsor? And if he doesn't have one, what's going on? There was a time when this kid would have had, he could have been sponsored by Unicycle TV, could have been sponsored by Chris Holm, could have been sponsored by Cox One, Impact. Does this kid have a sponsor? He is, this kid is the face of Flatland unicycling right now, or am I misjudging this? He wins every competition. He is an absolute beast. He did the Ronk whip, a signature trick, at this competition in just a couple tries. Okay, I don't know. I feel like we need some support for this dude. Someone should be sending him unicycles. He also got third in trials at BUC. And he got second in street at CFM. So this is we've got a budding all-around unicyclist here. A kid who is extremely competitive in every discipline. You could, check the rest of these results. Trials at BUC, Tim Desmet won, Lorenz Deneve second, and then Steffi was in third, and he tied with Maël Robert at CFM for third. That was won by Marin Michaud. That guy's crazy. And Célien, another guy who's really, really good. I feel like he's been around for a little bit longer, but that guy's insane. The female results, I'm not familiar with all these people. I see Roos got second. That's awesome. She set a new world record in long jump. 2 world records went down at BUC in long jump. That's cool. I like that people are pushing the limits of that platform long jump competition. That is awesome. And then Clement won the street competition at CFM. I believe he was second in flat as well. It's interesting to me that Steffi sent all the results except for the flat, those were the competitions he won. All of that, and he's humble. He's not even taking his opportunity to gloat here with his 2 gold medals. Are either of those the country he's from? I don't think so. He's Swiss, right? He traveled to Belgium to snag the Belgian title and then immediately to France. I don't even, what must it feel like? France was like the birthplace of modern flatland, and a Swiss guy came in and took the gold medal. Anyway, someone has to sponsor Steffi. Someone has to sponsor this kid. He's a beast. Oh, there he is. There's the podium. This was the BUC podium, and then there's CFM. So we got, in English we pronounce this Quentin, but I heard some videos it's Quentin. And then I don't know this guy. Is this Lorenz? I didn't do enough research. Anyway, this is like a dual champion. They don't give him the medal because he's not French. I remember when we used to do this at NAUCC. Chris Hootie always used to come win the street comp, and then Max Schultz would get the gold medal because he's, was American. Pretty funny stuff, and Steffi is just insane. They're having trouble with this video, guys. It's hard. It's hard to be Instagram. Some pretty cool stuff here. There's the Ronk whip. We talked about this last week, but it's just so sick. You got to look at it again. And then here's the 1080 side. These guys could have a legendary rivalry, I'll tell you that. Could be so sick. There's a full video, full live stream, 4-hour live stream of the entire flat comp. Yeah, this is a bit of a commitment. There's Quentin. But this is high quality live stream. This is cool. They got the each rider's timer. How hewn is it that the bleachers are pallets? CFM has always looked like it has the sickest setup for flat battles. Like, is this like a mat? Is this ground? Is this like safe if you fall? Like this looks like almost like a wrestling mat or something. Look how it's like, it's taped down. I remember watching videos forever ago. This is Eddie Ducal over here. This guy's sneaky good at flatland. Static flat guy. I think he was calling the battles. Anyway, check it out. I think it's super important that we document unicycle competitions. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I was... Ooh, I bumped the mic. That's a faux pas. Anytime I was headed into a unicycle competition, I always kind of like to go back and watch old battles to sort of hype myself up. And it's also kind of a good way to keep track of what's in style at any given time in a unicycle competition. Like, I remember, if you go back, there's videos on here of flat battles from EUC Summer 2009. And everyone was into these on-tire spins where you would turn your wrist all the way around and do like a 360 to seat and back on tire. And then like a body varial on tire. I remember seeing them. And the first time I ever saw those tricks was in footage of battles from these competitions. And it was like Adrian and Chris Kovac were doing them, Luik, old school legends. And then my friends and I would go out and try them because it was just so awesome, And they were. I just think this is a great way to document this stuff. And speaking of that, we got some people posting footage of competitions. I want to start with Aiden here. He did these really, really sick highlight videos from EUC 2025. This was EUC Summer, Street Trials, and Flatland. And these are like super well done. They're well filmed. They're vertical, so you can just watch them on your phone. This is This is Yoon videos for the modern audience. This is like, he's got the results here. This is so good. I love this. You should go watch these. And definitely follow Aiden if you don't. All of his stuff is so high quality. This guy, yeah, true Yoon legend. Speaking of, this is William Hahn. It's Trey Hahn's dad. It's on Trey's channel, but he sent me this. These are playlists of videos from EUC 2023 and Unicon last summer, 2024, Unicon 21. I don't think it's all the flat battles, but it is a lot of them, as well as some of the highlights. Like who could forget this iconic moment? The 1260 Unispin. Just one try too late to be really cool. But you can watch me battle the champ himself if you want to see my most recent competitive outing. Might have to do a little review of that at some point. I also have a video of my prelim. Could be pretty funny. And you can see what these other guys are doing, because some of these were just awesome. Really, really hype Yoon contest. Plus a couple other little clips. And then EUC 2023. A lot of clips. Some flatland battles. There's a flat final. If you want to watch Cornell versus Steffi. I guess this is probably the first time these guys battled. I haven't watched this one yet, but yeah, go check these out. Definitely subscribe to Trey Hahn if you haven't. I can't imagine that you wouldn't have already. Next up, little Instagram challenge from Tyrone Nankerville. Tyrone Crankville, I mean. If you don't know this guy, he's been around for a while now. He's a flat rat. And he is documenting his progress 1 month at a time. And he challenges you to do the same. He challenges you to do the same. Check this out. He's going to be posting a monthly summary on the first of every month. And I think I might try to get in on this. So this is writing from October. Definitely go check this out. I might do this. I think, I was trying to post my riding when I'm doing these things, but I've gotten behind. I actually have stacked a couple garage clips. I have some stuff I could maybe put into one of these little edits. I also kind of like talking about the riding though, so maybe I'll do a voiceover. But yeah, Tyrone's good at rolls. The more people that do this, the more stuff I will have to watch. This is good for unicycling. I like it. There's like a lot of cool calls to action over the last week or so here. This is cool. People should definitely do this. There's another one coming up. We'll talk about it more at the end. We got some builds to talk about. I do not know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'll say it with my American accent. Jussi Kampulainen. That's how I say it in my head when I read this guy's name on like skirt and stuff. Kampulainen. Like, what are you complaining about? You can't. Don't be complaining. I'm sure that's just completely wrong. I'm laughing, but you guys should be laughing at me. They got the setup right here. So take a look. First Yoon setup is the 32-hole flat Yoon. Check this out. This wheel looks like it flips fast. And I'm a sucker for gold. You guys know. I've always been about the gold. Gold frame, gold mad frame. It looks so good. This thing is sick. Very cool setup. Oh, I'm getting one-shotted by the zoom here. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here. The spacer. This is cool. 3D printed frame spacers. Whoa. Oh, I see. So that he can use... Wait a minute. Mad for one 19-inch trials frame. Oh, I see. So we can use a 19-inch frame with the 22-inch wheel. This is sick. This is a street setup. I really like this. I've never tried a 22-inch unicycle before, ever. I don't think I'm built for it, guys. I got short legs. This is not for 5'8" gang. Is this guy tall? Jussie. These are awesome. That's the street setup. You can pause here if you want to see. I know I'm just kind of like scrolling all around. This is how I use the internet. Just constantly flitting around the page. I never stay in one spot too long. Very cool setups. The 22-inch helps him commit. You know, I believe that. That looks like it's smooth to ride, you know? It looks like it would smooth things out. All right, next up. We got Unicycle Sesh Before School. This is by Justin Unicycle. Guys, you got to go check this out. This guy is starting his flat journey. Looks like he's more of a street rider. I watched some of his other stuff. He's like pretty good at skate park riding. He's hitting rails and everything. And he's documenting a flat journey from, by the looks of it, like fairly early on. And it's not no shade to this guy. I actually really like this. This had me thinking a lot about rolls, okay? Because when I first started doing crank rolls, way back in 2008, the common wisdom, you know, based on the number of rolls that existed at the time, was that you start with basically a back roll or a rolling wrap. And then I was watching this video, and he's practicing rhythm rolls. Okay, so rhythm rolls to me seem like a really logical place to start a crank roll journey, because you don't have to do all the nonsense with passing the seat behind your back, which is by far the hardest part of doing a rolling wrap. Like, I could varial roll to outside roll before I'd ever seen a rhythm roll. But I think this is such a good way to get comfortable on the cranks. It had me reconsidering everything I thought I knew about starting to do crank rolls. This is fascinating. You should go watch this. This guy has some pretty valuable insights. If you are like an older rider like me, I think it's interesting to hear this kid's perspective, because he's just in a completely different place. He's starting a sport when it's progressed well beyond where it was when we started. Okay, so I just think it's fun to think. It's fun to try to relate to what this kid is thinking. When I first started trying rolls, there were like only 4 of them existed. You could do a rolling wrap and a back roll, or a varial roll and an outside roll. This is like pre-X roll stuff. No back inward varial rolls. Those started like toward the end of 2008, beginning of 2009. That's when you started to see that stuff. I didn't see a rhythm roll till 2010, when the guy from Team Rhythm started doing it in combos. Naj Noor, French guy. Do you know him? Do you know Naj Noor? I gotta do a deep dive on Team Rhythm. I see people calling it a rhythm roll, just because, you know, based on the sound of it. It's a rhythm roll. Anyway, this got me thinking, guys. This is ripe for some unicycle lore breakdowns, I think. There's a lot of stuff I got to go back and explore when it comes to like the origins of flat riding. That might be a project for the future. But go sub to this kid. Go like this thing up. This got 8 views, guys. Come on, we could do better than that. It's been up for a week. We can easily get this kid to like 50 or 100 views, right? Go sub. You remember what it was like when you were starting out and you would post on the forums and get like 10 comments about your riding? That's the feedback loop that keeps you going. You don't have the immediate feedback of riding with a buddy if you're on a unicycle. Like, for the most part. Maybe you do if you're extremely lucky. The internet is what allows unicycling to flourish, because it's what gives you the sense of community. So I know what people are getting this on Instagram and stuff now, and on Skirt. And if this hasn't been posted on Skirt, it absolutely should be. If you want to go, you know, join the unicycle community, skirt.io is the place to be. But I think, like, we can direct some traffic in this guy's direction. Gas him up. He's off to an excellent start. This kid has a pretty good style for someone who's like this early in his roll career. Who knows what type of riding he could be capable of. Anyway, I had to give this guy a shout out. I appreciate him documenting this. It's cool. Imagine someday if this dude is like one of the best flat riders in the world. Okay, he's competing with Steffi, the way Steffi is competing with Cornell now. And you can go back and watch this video when he's like just barely able to do some beginner combos, and you get to learn from his process. I don't know. To me, it seems cool. I think you should go check it out. All right, there was one more video I wanted to talk about here. Oh yeah. Let's see. This right here. 2025 National Jam Service, Colorado. This is a video of a jam that took place in Colorado that was hosted by, I don't know, Jack and Danny. I don't know who organized it. It was all in here. This video is amazing. This is 25 minutes. I love that Mike makes videos like this. A 25-minute long video. And my favorite part is this. There's a game of Out in the middle here that just becomes an absolute grind fest between two of the heaviest hitting riders in Flatland today. It's Jack Seven versus Mike, and they're pulling 0 punches. And there's a couple, I don't want to spoil it because it's sick, but this is for sure one of the best games of Out documented in in this format. Okay, he's trying 10s there. I don't want to show you the whole thing. It's sick. There's like good vibes in here. There's bro moments. There's funny stuff. There's goofy unicycle spirit stuff. It's just awesome. Okay? You got to go watch this. All right, and that brings me to this video I've been waiting to watch. This is a video by Luke Colalto, and if you don't know Luke Colalto, he is one of the guys who is a total pioneer of street riding. He has videos from as far back as, I think, 2007, where he was doing stuff like a fakey 540 twist down a 5 set. Stuff that people don't do today. And he was doing it nearly 20 years ago. He did inward small fakey flip down a 4 set. So that's like a tray fakey with a body varial down a pretty big set of stairs. He was one of the first guys pushing Tech Street on bigger stairs. And he had amazing style. His signature thing was that he never hopped. And he was like competitive with Sean Johannesson. I think they had a rivalry. When I looked on the forums, it appeared pretty one-sided. Sean seemed kind of intimidated by this kid. He's from Australia. And his riding is so sick. And he rides today. He took I think a 10-year hiatus and came back as a flat rider and has been progressing, I think, kind of on and off since then. I'd like to get the full story, but I want to watch this and react to it. I've been holding off on this for a whole week. I'm hoping I can offer some interesting thoughts here. Let's take a look. So definitely Australia. I was second guessing myself earlier, but those are kangaroos for sure. I gotta turn this down a little bit. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. If you don't, this trick feels impossible. If you've never tried this, my goodness. This is, wow. Side glide. Sideways glide. Oh, okay. Dude, this is like if they made flat style into a street thing. Did every one of these clips so far have some kind of freestyle element to it? There it is. So this guy was doing 540s when there were like 3 people who could 540. He was one of the very first people to ever do a 5 twist. Oh, this is so awesome. This reminds me of, if you're into BMX at all, this kind of reminds me a little bit of like Eric Elstrand videos where he goes out and sets up the camera just to film himself. And it's like, you know, it's almost like kind of like serene. You know, look at this. Just a dude at a skate park. And every trick is so clean. I love that. You can tell he's still a student a student of the game. Like this is the thing I've seen Mimo do. But half cab in, his style's perfect. Ah, nice. I bet Jack would like that. That's butter. Half cab to front foot grind, out flip out. Wow. Ah, that's sick. We're watching that one again. Look. Okay. So, hop up. This is out backside body varial, big foot jam to body varial. So, it ends up being a 360 to full cab. That is such sick style. Dude, this reminds me. This feels weird to say, but this reminds me of old Luke Colalto videos. I mean, duh. I like that. The pivot on there. Flip up. 180. Half cap. Oh, this is. Oh! This is a very busy line. Hang on, we're watching this again. All right, flip up, 180, half cab, 270, and then, okay, 180 foot plant, and then this is an inward varial fakie flip. This trick is really hard, guys. Inward varial fakie flip is a hard trick, and this is the kind of stuff that he always used to do down stair sets. That looks perfect. I wonder how long that took. This guy's riding is like, I feel like it's clever. You know, like I really like this. This is a smart combo. And he's so nice with the full cabs. Oh, I love that. This is also just ridiculously hard. I've done it like 2 or 3 times where you flip right into the where you hop into coasting. Foot jam, front foot grind, 180 out. I love that. Oh my gosh. Man, I guess I'd never really considered before how perfectly you could mesh freestyle tricks with all the different like slopes and angles on a skate park. This is like a full park edit. This guy used to be like more of like an actual street guy, you know, who'd go out and hit handrails and do sets in cities and stuff. But I like the evolution of his style into a park rat. I just think it seems like a very natural progression from the type of riding he used to do. Fakie. Yeah, there it is again. Inward varial fakie flip. Such a good trick. Dude, that was sick. I love that. It was really hard for me not to watch that. This is Luke's channel. So he's got a highlight video on here from 2006 to 2010. And then I guess that's about the time he made his comeback as a flat rider. Rode for a little bit and then took another pretty big hiatus. And now he posts somewhat regularly on Skirt. And this is a 10 years later edit. That is so awesome, dude. I'm going to ring the bell. All notifications and thumbs up. This is man, a true unicycle legend, still producing high quality content all these years later. We're talking nearly 20 years from this guy's first videos. I believe they're still on Vimeo. You can go watch the old ones. Pokemon, classic. Go check them out. And that brings me to our final thing for today, the final topic of discussion. That last video would be perfect for this, by the way. If he doesn't submit it, I'm going to submit it. The Urban Unicycle Video Contest. Here's all the information you'll need. You can go check this out on Dow's channel. There is going to be, you can submit videos through all of November. I might still push for I might try to do one banger trick to send in for there's like a best trick section. You can listen to him discuss all of it here. There's voting from December 9th to the 23rd. And there's a live stream December 27th, 6 p.m. on Dow's YouTube channel where they're going to announce the winners. Okay, they did this before and it went really well. And this is the second iteration of it. I hope everyone goes and gives this a like. And I hope tons of people submit stuff. This is another one of those amazing, this is like another community event in unicycling. We need more stuff like this. I'm going to try my best to be at this live stream too. You guys are legends for doing this.
Video contest. Last year it was amazing to see how many people submitted their videos.
We need to top however many there were last year. I don't know the exact number, but the goal should be to top it. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of stuff to cover. I hope it wasn't, I hope it was easy to follow. And yeah, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay in the know about unicycle stuff. Drop any suggestions, anything you want me to cover. You can send it to unicyclelore@gmail.com. I love getting those emails. Sometimes it might take me a little while to get around to it. I hope everybody's okay with the the production schedule because I kind of have a lot going on, but I'll make these when I can. I love talking shop. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.